Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Kizer Corto. It's model number Ki4459. So as usual, we will get started with the features, then we'll move on to my 7 likes and dislikes, and make sure that you guys stick around until the end because I will be displaying the full specs for you at the end of the video. Now, if you are a super busy person, or you're just someone that needs a knife review that gets right to the point, do yourself a favor and click on that subscribe button. The Corto is a manual action frame lock with a blade that is actually riding on bronze washers. Deployment's accomplished with the thumb studs. And speaking of that beautiful blade, 3.5 inches of 3.5 millimeters thick CPM S35 VN blade steel. The handle measures at 4.125 inches, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, the blade to handle ratio, so you're looking at a 3.5 inch blade that folds inside of a 4.125 inch handle. That is just absolutely incredible. So now the word Corto is actually Spanish for short, and more specifically, it's a small distance from one end to the other. So I would say that the name Corto is pretty much perfect for this knife, considering how small of a handle we're working with today. Speaking of that handle, the thickness is just a little under a 1/2 inch at 0.48. Now the closed width, so how much room that this is going to take up in your pocket, is only going to be 1.32 inches. Okay, let's go ahead and get a weight on this. Wow. 3.6 ounces, which is actually going to be about the equivalent of 4 AA batteries. For comparison's sake, let's just go ahead and bring in a couple other knives here on the tabletop. First, the Viper Vox Fortis. How about the Benchmade Griptilian? Let's do this one. Spyderco Manix 2. And I want to bring in one other knife that I don't usually use, and it's going to be the Ka-Bar Duraz. And the reason for this one is just because these two knives, they share so many design characteristics. If you can see that, I mean, the Ka-Bar is quite a bit heavier with a much thicker blade stock, but you can see they do look very similar. Now, if you're not crazy about this color combination, you can actually get one other variant of the Corto. The difference being that the titanium scales on the other version are actually blue, and the G10 inlays are red and black, as opposed to the gray scales with the green and black G10 inlays. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly run through my 7 likes and dislikes, and let's start out this section with the appearance of the Corto. Now, I really do appreciate that Kizer did try to do something a little different with the blade shape and the handle shape. I mean, this is just not another plain titanium scaled folder. I mean, it's got these really nice G10 inlays, and if you notice this groove here that runs along right in front of the thumb studs, that's going to aid with cutting. So when you're cutting something, what that'll do is just kind of push that material. It'll keep the thumb studs out of that cutting path. So that is very, very nice to see. I also appreciate the fact that there are actually just only 2 barrel spacers. So there's just going to be the 2 screws holding it together, and of course the pivot. I do have one tiny gripe, and that's going to be in regards to these G10 inlays. I really wish that these screws were actually hidden. I really don't have any solutions for Kizer. I mean, other than like gluing it down or maybe screwing it in, you know, from the inside out. But I'm not the biggest fan of those screws holding down those inlays. Next is going to be the ergos, which I also really like. I mean, this thing is perfectly balanced. And now if you have larger hands, you may find this handle to be a little bit small for you, because I have medium-sized hands and they just fit on the handle here. But the ergos are just incredible. I mean, it feels like that this thing was actually made for my hands. Absolutely incredible. They did go ahead and give us a sharpening choil. Always appreciate that. And did you notice there is absolutely no jimping on this guy? Yep, none at all. So I really like that as well. Next is going to be the materials. I mean, well, there's not too much to say. I mean, it's CPM S35VN blade steel, great stuff, and gray titanium scales. Now, they did use, actually, as I mentioned earlier, bronze washers here at the pivot, which, you know, it has its pros and it has its cons. I mean, obviously the action would probably be a little bit better if it was riding on bearings. However, bronze washers are very easy to clean and, you know, and maintain. So I do appreciate that. Next is the action. And this is actually going to be my first dislike of the Corto. Yes, unfortunately, I mean, the open action is incredible. It is just, it's perfect. The detent is very strong, so that aids with the deployment as well. And the blade is, it does not really fall shut. So if you're someone that likes to close your knives in that manner, you're not really going to be able to do it. However, on the flip side of that, I am unable to shake this thing open, and believe me, I have really tried and it will not shake open. Number 5, pocket presence, which gets a like from me. I mean, I really appreciate the fact that I do not have to go out and buy a different clip for this knife. I mean, as you can see, it's not a true deep carry clip, but you know what? It's really darn close. And for me, it really is close enough. There really is not much at all that's going to be sticking out of your pocket. And what did we say the closed width was? About 1.32 inches across, and a handle thickness of 0.48. Fantastic. So this is going to ride in your pocket very slim. And speaking of that pocket clip, unfortunately, it is just tip up and right hand only. So of course, us lefties get the shaft once more. The weight of the Corto gets a like from me as well. I mean, at 3.64 ounces, it makes this knife just a great light duty or like office carry EDC. The weight is just fantastic. And finally, the price, which is going to be my second gripe, unfortunately, at $166. Now, it's not bad, but I really do think it could be better. I mean, at 166 bucks, that puts this in some very competitive territory. I mean, you can get like a paramilitary 2 with S110 blade steel for what, 150, 160? I mean, you can, for a couple bucks more, you can get a Benchmade 940-2, or even a knife that I did a review on just a little bit ago, the Buck Marksman in S35VN. I mean, that came in at what, around $130, $35? So at $166, that really does put this in a competitive, highly competitive price bracket. I mean, heck, at 150 bucks, it's going to be tough for them to keep up. But the Corto from Kizer does offer a few things that some of those other knives do not. I mean, it's very lightweight at 3.64 ounces. It has a 3.5-inch blade, and the blade to handle ratio is, again, absolutely incredible. Is that going to be enough so this, you know, to sustain this in the marketplace? I guess we'll see. So to go ahead and summarize, we said appearance was alike, ergos was alike, materials like, action dislike, pocket presence like, weight like, and price dislike. 5-2, which is going to make this a thumbs up from me. Yes, I love this little Kizer Corto, so I highly recommend it, especially if you can find it on sale somewhere. I mean, oh my goodness, you jump on that as soon as you can. Now, if this video about the Kizer Corto answered most of your questions, then why not just, I don't know, go ahead and leave a like. Now, make sure that you guys stick around, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be showing you the full specs on this guy in just a few seconds. So I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and for letting me talk knives with you. I really, really do enjoy it. So I will see you guys at the next video. You guys take care, okay?